I want to talk a minute about the whole principle of the First Amendment and corporations, because a lot of people still are confused that they're private and therefore they can do these things. But Jonathan Turley is very good in pointing out, and we have pointed this out as well, is there's a big difference between being a private company or a private organization and you voice an opinion compared to getting all your orders from the government. And I think what we've demonstrated here today is that's the real crime here. They've been getting orders from the government, and threats and innuendos, economic benefits, economic pain and suffering. So that is absolutely, totally different. And I think what has happened is along the way, it took many, many decades, especially since the 30s, that the principle of private property ownership has become blurred. Most people realize that there's a so-called separation of church and state, that if you have a church and you're teaching a certain religion, that nobody has a right to walk into your church and say, I want equal time, get away, I got to give my speech. Everybody knows that's wrong. I just don't consider those concepts that complicated. That's why, on the bottom line, I work very hard at being optimistic, because it's a horrible mess that we've allowed ourselves to get into, whether it's the national debt, the ruination of our monetary system, a foreign policy that has made us commit to maintaining an empire around the world. I mean, and what they've done to the medical system. How could that be easily solved? It can be. Understanding the principles of personal liberties, having a very, very limited government, and one of my suggestions has been that if you get a little bit annoyed what the FBI was doing to us, maybe my suggestion is, why don't we just get rid of the FBI and see what happens then? I don't think we will be less safe. I'll tell you, I don't think that for a minute.